Good evening, everybody. We are here at Riverview High School for a cross MVL matchup between the Coshocton Redskins and the Riverview Black Bears. We will be right back with starting lineups right after this. You're watching high school softball from Claxon Communications.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen, or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
And welcome back. This is Bryce Hains along with Casey Claxon. Introducing your starting lineups. First for the Coshocton Redskins. Batting first is going to be Jalen Allen. Batting second is going to be number 3, Mallory Stamper. Batting third is going to be number 1, Savannah Gamble. Batting fourth is going to be number 11, Jesleen Brown. Batting fifth is going to be Kylie Raber. Batting sixth, number 8, Sage Taylor. Batting seventh, number 22, Brianna Wycliffe. Batting 8th, number 31, Allie Tittle. And batting 9th, number 23, Peyton Gamble. And then for the Riverview Black Bears, it's going to be batting first, going to be the shortstop, number 6, Kylie Dobson. Batting second, the catcher, number 7, Hallie Wallace. Batting third, the left fielder, number 4, Aurora Yoder. Batting fourth is going to be the first baseman, number 17, Kelsey McLennan. And batting fifth is going to be the third baseman, number 11, Joanne Thompson. Batting sixth is going to be the second baseman, number 3, Cheyenne Waldron. Batting seventh is going to be the center fielder, number 12, Regan Foster. And batting eighth is going to be the pitcher, number 14, Haley Hall. And rounding out the lineup for the Lady Black Bears, batting ninth is going to be the right fielder, number 13, Riley Lechner. I'm joined here today with Casey Claxon. Casey, you really can't ask for a better day for softball today.
I tell you what, we had a little bit of rain this morning, and I had texted Athletic Director Katie Westney first thing this morning and said, hey, keep us up to date with how things are going with the field conditions. Let us know if you guys are on or off. And she immediately responded back and said, we are on. So we do have a great weather forecast for today. It is a little breezy, a little windy, but the sun is out. The wind helps dry the field off, but conditions are really good here in Warsaw at Riverview High School for tonight's game between Coshocton and the homestanding Riverview Lady Bears.
And just looking around, just for both teams, you can tell both teams very excited to play today. Really, if these are these games that these girls are going to look back on for years, just the county matchup, you only get to do this once or twice a year.
Yeah, and with these teams both being in the same league, but as you mentioned earlier, in different divisions, the way that the MVL is set up, they will typically play games within their division on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then of course then Thursday, Friday could be set aside as a crossover game. So that's kind of what this is. But you're typically only playing that rivalry game once, with it being a crossover, with Riverview being in the big school division of the MVL, and then Coshocton being on the small side.
And I'll tell you, Casey, this is a big game for both of these schools. Riverview, they're coming off of a big 5-3 win over Philo the other night. Coshocton's won 4 in a row. Both teams playing really well to start the season.
They were able to open up the season, and Coshocton had a couple of losses to start things, and then they really got things cranking, building their confidence with a 2-game sweep over East Knox, a week ago, and then was able to string together a couple of more wins. So they're doing really well. And then a split series between Philo, Riverview falling on Monday, but then coming back and getting a big win on Tuesday. So both of these teams coming off of victories, and both of them are excited to play one another. And it's obviously a short drive, and a lot of friends on both sides of the diamond here today.
Well, and it looks like they're actually getting ready for the national anthem, so while they do that, we'll actually step aside as well. You're listening and watching to high school softball here on Claxon Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Lauper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
We are McWayne Ductal, Ohio, and we are right here. As an Iron Strong community partner, we are proud to be involved alongside you, your family, and your neighbors. We create jobs and deeply believe in supporting groups across the community. Through action and philanthropy, we champion those around us because that's who we are. And above all, we help build the infrastructure that brings safe, clean water right here, right to you.
And we are back here at Riverview High School. Casey, the national anthem was just played. The girls are getting ready to take the field now. I think we're going to have a very windy but fun softball game here today.
Yeah, it's going to certainly come into play, as you can probably hear. And if you look at the flag blowing, I know whenever we were looking earlier at today's ball game, it is a nice warm day, but the wind's going to come into play. It's kind of a crosswind. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we're in, unless wind changes, for fear of a ball blowing out and getting out of the ballpark. But, we might see things hooking foul down the left field line if one gets up, because that wind is kind of blowing towards us. We are kind of seated on the third base side over near the Coshocton dugout. But it is a beautiful night for girls high school softball.
And I'm thinking if you're a pitcher here today, you're just thinking keep the ball on the ground. Any way that you can make it easier for your defense, that's exactly what you want to do today.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to throw it down, and then we'll get this game underway.
Yeah, Haley Hall has been real consistent for the Lady Bears this year, pitching from the circle. She's built up a lot of confidence in the first couple of weeks of the season. And, for Coshocton, they're very confident as well, with taking a two-game sweep against New Lexington, and then a sweep of East Knox this past weekend. So,
and now batting for the Redskins is going to be Jalen Allen. First pitch is in for strike number one.
As a coach, you always like to see that first pitch strike. That's in softball, pitching is so critical. Well, in basically baseball and softball, pitching is so crucial, and you got to throw strikes.
And that ball is grounded to first, and there's going to be one away.
So a nice defensive play by Kelsey McClellan. Sometimes those slow rollers can be coming at you, and you might try to get to the bag too quick, especially when you've got a leadoff runner with good speed right there in the front, like Jalen Allen does.
Now at the bat is going to be number 3, Mallory Stamper for the Redskins. And that's a ground ball to second. Bobbled, and there will be no play. That will go as an error on the play. And now the Redskins have a runner on first with one out.
Yeah, Cheyenne Waldron, the second baseman for the Lady Bears, just kind of bounced off her glove. Just couldn't recover, but for Coshocton, they've got a runner aboard with one out.
And stepping in is going to be Savannah Gamble. That one is high, ball number 1. The wind's starting to die down here a little bit as the game progresses, but as we've noticed the last couple of days, it'll slow down and then it'll pick right back up again. So we'll just see how this game goes with the wind.
Yeah, we want to see the rain stay off. That one out of the mitt.
And that's one of those ones.
Hallie Wallace.
And that's one of those ones. If it's caught cleanly, you could have a strike, or it could still be called low.
Stamper on down to second base, so now she's in scoring position with a runner in scoring position and one out.
And the 2-0 pitch is fouled back. Got to watch your cars here at Riverview High School. Parking is pretty close to the field. Haley Hall sets and delivers. That ball is lined to short and it is caught, and that will be an inning-ending double play. So just like that, we have no runs on no hits and 1 error. And now the Lady Black Bears will come up to bat. You're watching high school softball on Claxon Sports.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
At People's Bank, our team of local wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you are a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. Our strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. Put our decades of expertise to work for you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Riverview High School, Coshocton just took the field and we're actually still waiting on a catcher for warm-ups to begin. But really, if you're Coshocton, Casey, I honestly think with that first inning, besides just a little base running mistake, I think you're pretty happy with the at-bats that you took. And really just, besides how the ending happened, really the bat was put on the ball every time. Really, at this point of the season, you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. When you put the ball in play, good things happen. If you can get a runner aboard, and ball slips out of the catcher's hand, you get a runner in scoring position. But that was a great play to end the inning as Dobson was able to sneak over and catch the line drive and then double up the runner at second base. So they were able to get out of trouble. Now we'll see how the Lady Bears fare leading off here in the bottom of the first.
And I think if you're the Lady Redskins, you're wanting the same outcome on the defensive side. You want the ball put in play. Sure, everybody loves strikeouts, but in reality, you want to keep that pitch count down, try and get quick outs, and be able to get back to the plate and try to put runs on the board. And that goes the same way with Riverview. They want to get on base any way they can. We'll see, especially early in this game, how Riverview wants to work the count and attack the softball.
So it'll be Kylie Dobson, Hallie Wallace, and Aurora Yoder, the first 3 to come to the plate for the Lady Bears here in the bottom of the first.
Now we're just waiting on the umpire's signal, and then we will begin the bottom of the first inning. Kylie Dobson steps into the box for the Black Bears, waiting the pitch. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. And that is swung on and missed. We have 1 ball and 1 strike. And really, that was a really good mix of speeds there. Being able to hit a spot.
Yeah, Gamble's really bringing it. Just missed on the inside there.
And that one is fouled back. That count is now 2-2. And right where that ball landed, Casey, I am glad I moved my car today.
Well, your car's been a couple of different places.
Exactly.
You know, we were talking to the head coach of the Lady Bears, and I was like, where's the sign that says where you're going to park at?
And that ball is fouled back.
He's like, I park close to the porta-john. Nobody wants to park there.
Exactly.
They're afraid it's going to fall over.
I feel like it's either that or down by the foul pole would be the safest option here at Riverview High School.
Yeah, so Willie Infante, he's got his spot here. You know where he's parking at. As long as you don't take his spot, you're safe.
Perfect.
Bryce. You're safe.
And the 2-2 pitch is down low. We have a full count. It's a great battle by Dobson. Running the pitch count up to about 7 pitches right here, the first at bat of the game.
Yeah, she's working all edges of the strike zone.
And the payoff pitch. That is roped down the left field line, and it is foul. So we'll do it again, Casey.
That's one we were kind of talking about earlier, the way the wind is blowing. You know, if it was blowing the other direction, that could have kind of faded back into the field of play. We mentioned Dobson. She made that excellent play at short to end the top of the first.
And now she's working on about an 8-pitch at bat to start the ball game for the Lady Bears.
Gamble going to get a new softball.
And the 3-2 is popped up foul. And we'll do it again.
And she's way out in front of it.
Gamble doing a really good job of mixing up her speeds, keeping Dobson on her toes.
Hallie Wallace waiting on deck for the Lady Bears.
And that one's fouled back. So we'll do it again.
Yeah, she's hanging tough.
This is going to be the 10th pitch at the at-bat to start out for the Lady Black Bears. And if you're Riverview, this is a great tone to set. The first batter of the game. And another foul ball.
Kind of makes you wonder whenever Gamble's going to pull the string and float the changeup in there. She's been right on every pitch.
And the 3-2 once again is swung on a miss. That is a strikeout. An 11-pitch at bat goes down for a K for Gamble, and really for no better way to start if you're Savannah Gamble and the Lady Redskins.
Yeah, she really earned that one. But, you know, you're going to make these pitchers work if you can get them, you know, like you mentioned there, Bryce. That was an 11-pitch at bat.
And now we have the catcher, number 7, Hallie Wallace. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. I know we're only 2 batters in, but Gamble's doing a really good job of getting ahead of hitters today so far. And that one hits her.
And that one got her on the arm, so Wallace on down to first.
And now with this win, you might think to yourself, Casey, do we test an arm?
They're going to go with a courtesy runner. So Hallie Wallace is the catcher, so they can run for the courtesy runner. And usually whenever they do that, they will put some speed on the base paths. So whenever you make the most of a courtesy runner for the catcher or for the pitcher, that's usually somebody coming out of the dugout. Usually somebody with some pretty good wheels. So that's going to bring up Aurora Yoder, the runner of first and 1 out. Defensively for Coshocton, across the infield, they've got Brown, Raver, Allen, and Taylor, Tittle, Gamble, and Wycliffe from left to right in the outfield, and Stamper behind the plate.
And Yoder squares around a bunt, and that will be fouled back. Gamble being aggressive to start. The 0-1 pitch squares around the bunt again, and that's going to dribble foul again. We have an 0-2 count.
Yeah, I did a good job of getting it down, just could not keep it in play. And she'll hustle back now, looking at an 0-2 count.
People think it's easy, Casey. Bunting can be one of the hardest things you do in baseball or softball.
Well, that's fundamentals.
Yep.
Willie Infante, that's what he preaches.
Exactly.
That's the style of game they like to play.
And the 0-2 pitch, squares around again, pulls back for ball 1. And that's interesting to see as well. Not afraid to bunt with 2 strikes.
Well, and 2, when you got a 2-0 count, it's okay to waste 1, which is what Gamble did there.
And the 2-1 is high and away, ball 2. One out, runner on first with the 2-2 pitch coming. And that's a foul ball. The catcher almost hung on to that one, but it just pops out of the glove. And the 2-2. And that is in there for strike 3. 2 strikeouts so far for Savannah Gamble and the Lady Redskins.
Yeah, Gamble really dealing to get things started here. Able to get a strikeout of Dobson. Wallace was hit by a pitch, and now Aurora Yoder goes down looking. So a runner aboard with 2 outs, and Kelsey McClellan to the plate.
And that ball is going to be hit foul, out of play on the left field side.
Not a bad crowd here tonight there, Mr. Bryce. Good group of fans here from both Coshocton and Riverview to see the Bears and the Redskins.
I wouldn't be shocked if you saw a couple Ridgewood stragglers around here as well with the county matchup going on.
Well, now there are a couple of big games tonight at Ridgewood. Obviously the cancellation last night of Indian Valley and Ridgewood in softball and baseball.
As that pitch is high for ball 1. It is a 1-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And a throw down to first is not going to be in time after that ball is called a strike. Gamble is not shying away from that zone. And the 1-2 is going to be fouled right by us.
Did you blink on that one?
I did. I jumped a little bit.
It made you blink.
I got hit with the softball earlier this week, so I'm a little jumpy today.
You do have quite a bruise there.
I do. Yeah. And that's going to be grounded to third. Brown throws it over to Taylor at first, and the side is retired. No runs on a hit by pitch and 2 strikeouts. After 1, our score, Coshocton 0, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball on Claxon Sports.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at BrattonLawCoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
For over 100 years, Jones Metal Products has embraced the power of teamwork. That's why we're always looking to grow our team with dedicated, hardworking professionals who are seeking long-term growth and development right here in Coshocton County. We're proud to serve our community and give our employees a great career in a small town. Go to jonesmetal.com to see career opportunities today.
Brown steps into the box.
It'll be Brown and Raber, followed by Taylor, the first 3 due up for the Coshocton Lady Redskins.
And that is in there for a strike.
Looking at the defense for the Lady Bears in the field, they've got Thompson, Dobson, Waldron, and McClellan. across the infield from third to first. Yoder, Foster, and Lechner in the outfield. Wallace behind the plate, and Hall pitching.
And Hall delivers, and that ball is going to be popped up and it is drifting, and it is going to land foul. Great contact, but it just got into the wind. It got in the wind, and it just traveled out toward the foul ball, toward the fence and foul ground. We'll get our words right eventually, Casey. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Hall. Gisleen Brown just trying to get on any way that she can. And a great take there by Brown. It's going to lead the count here to 2-2 here in the top of the second inning. And the 2-2 pitch. Looked like a little changeup right there, just a little outside, and now the count is full.
Yeah, it just kind of floats in there. Looks like a big goose egg rolling in, you know.
Hall getting her sign. She sets and delivers on the full count. And that ball is roped up the middle, and that is going to be a base hit for Gisleen Brown.
First base hit of the game for the Coshocton Lady Redskins. So leadoff runner aboard with Raber coming to bat now.
And if you're the Lady Redskins, you do not want to start any other way. You get your leadoff on. Momentum is now in your favor. Let's see if they can build off of it. Kylie Raber now steps into the box for the Lady Redskins. And the pitch by Hall is low and in for ball 1.
You know, we were watching Brown come up to bat. She's a right-handed batter, so we're kind of, she is, her back is facing us, and she had this really large, almost like a mitten. It's almost like a sliding glove that was in her back pocket. So she's got that on down at first base. That means she's going to be moving, going to be in the dirt when she slides. It'll be a little protection for her.
And that one's in there for a strike against Kylie Raber. 1-1 count. She even looks like she's ready to move, Casey. And Hall delivers. And that's going to be ground to short. Dobson over to Waldron, and they will only get the 1. So they'll go as a fielder's choice for Raber. And now there is 1 away.
Yeah, good play by Dobson. Just take her time, let it come to her. Quick throw over to Waldron. They made it look easy there. Always good to get the leadoff runner, or the lead runner, rather.
And that's going to bring in Sage Taylor for the Lady Redskins. First pitch is in for strike 1. Clouds are starting to come in here at Riverview High School. Still a beautiful day. A couple dark ones, but I think we're going to shy away from the rain here today, Casey, as that is in for ball 1.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We got to keep the rain away. We know it's coming. But this game moving at a pretty good clip.
Definitely. Hopefully we can stay away from it for the weekend, too, as we have track meets and baseball games and everything else going on. As that one's going to be through for a base hit there for Sage Taylor. Runners on first and second with 1 out.
So second hit of the inning for the Lady Redskins. Now they've got another runner in scoring position with runners aboard at first and second and just 1 out.
And that's going to bring up Brianna Whitcliffe for the Lady Redskins. As time has been called, as the catcher just wants to have a word, calm down Hall. Probably telling her everything. It's no big deal, just 1 ground ball and we can be out of this inning.
Yeah, Coshocton had a runner in scoring position back in the first, and a good defensive play. They were able to double up a runner at second base to get out of the inning. So the Bears are going to have to pull some of that same defensive magic here in the second.
And that could also be discussing some signs, too, if they got crossed up in that last at-bat, the possibility of that. Just making sure that the pitcher and catcher is on the same page.
So Joanne Thompson at third base kind of creeping in.
Playing that bunt.
Looking to see if maybe they're going to try to put one down here as Hall gets ready to fire.
And she does square, and that's going to be fouled back.
Yeah, a lot of times, too, whenever you are at the bottom of the order, if you can get them over, then a base hit or something slides through can get them in.
Runners on first and second with 1 out. And the pitch squares again, and she does offer, and that will be strike number 2.
So that's going to put her down in the count 0-2. We'll see if they leave the bunt on or if they let her swing away.
Thompson does take a couple steps back now at third base. And the 0-2 is just a bit high.
Yeah, that one didn't miss by much.
You could tell the look on Hall's face. She really wanted that call as she gets ready for this 1-2 pitch. And right there it is. That is strike number 3. And if you're the Lady Bears, that's exactly what you need. You get 2 outs now, runners on first and second, play at any base, get you out of the inning, go hit again.
Yeah, if you're Willie Infante, you got to be happy about getting a strikeout there. You just got to bring it to the plate.
And in steps Allie Tittle for the Lady Redskins. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Both pitchers so far early in this game doing a really good job of just pounding the strike zone, making hitters have to swing the bat. And that is in for strike number 2.
Sure as you can hear the wind really starting to pick up now.
I'll take this over the win from yesterday any day, Casey.
Yeah.
And the 0-2 is in there for strike 3. A great job there by Hall. 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, and a fielder's choice. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. Your score, Coshocton 0, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball on Claxon Sports.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
And we're back here at Riverview High School, and Casey, honestly, we have ourselves a pitcher's duel here early.
Yeah, both these pitchers dealing. We've had runners in scoring position for the Redskins on 2 straight innings. Riverview had a runner aboard via a hit by pitch, but I know the Bears looking to get the bats out here in the bottom of 2.
And that one's in there for a strike. Actually knocked off our umpire's face mask. Batting for the Lady Black Bears is going to be Joanne Thompson, the third baseman.
Cheyenne Waldron and Reagan Foster also due up this inning for the Lady Bears.
Gamble delivers. That ball is high. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamble gets her sign from the catcher and delivers. Looked like it was just a bit inside. So our count is now 2-1. And her misses so far, Casey, they aren't by a lot. She's pounding the zone so far and just missing by inches, as that one is inside for ball number 3.
We got the camera out there in center field, so the viewers at home, or if you're watching this on demand, you're going to see that strike zone better than what we are.
Exactly.
Sitting here.
We're a little bit of an off angle
on the third base side.
And that is in there for a strike on the swing. So we have a full count. This will actually be Gamble's third count of the game already. If you're Riverview, you're happy about that. You get that pitch count up. And the payoff pitch is swung on a miss. Another strikeout.
Third strikeout of the game for the Coshocton Ace.
And now stepping up to the plate is going to be Cheyenne Waldron, the second baseman. She did have the lone error of the ball game so far in that first inning. But
she's going to be so upset that you brought that up, Bryce.
I know. And that is fouled back.
She's going to go back and watch this, and then she's going to yell at me.
But it's okay. Kylie Dobson had her back, got the double play two pitches later, so we're all right. We're still knotted at 0.
Got a chance to work a little bit with Cheyenne Waldron. I'll tell that story here in a second.
As that one's popped up in the shallow center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit.
So there you go.
Gamble just couldn't get to it, and it just drops. And that honestly is the wind. That started like it was going to be in right field, and then it ended up dropping down in about right center.
That's why you always hustle down that line. I'll tell the Cheyenne Waldron story when she's up next, when she comes back to bat in a couple innings. I'll save that one for you when you're tired, Bryce.
I don't get tired, Casey. We've done 8-hour wrestling meets. I think I'll be okay today.
Yeah, you're a spring chicken. Yeah.
Exactly. And the runner goes to second. And a great throw there. Just not in time of the runner there at second base as she slid in before the tag could be applied.
The throw actually beat the runner to the bag, but the tag was just applied a little bit late. So Waldron speedy on the base pass, down at second base with one out, a runner in scoring position.
And Foster fouls that one back, and the count is now 0-2. The wind's starting to pick up again. And really, if you're these girls, you probably love it. It cools you down a little bit. I'm not used to this heat yet. As that one is up and away for ball number 1. They're keeping a close eye on Waldron there on second base, making sure she doesn't take third with less than 2 outs. And the pitch, just a bit low. 2-2 the count. Outfield actually playing pretty deep. And the 2-2 is going to be fouled away.
Riverview hitters doing a nice job of battling. You know, we've seen quite a few of their batters get with 2 strikes. And, you know, like the first at-bat of the game with Kylie Dobson, that went 11 pitches into an at-bat.
And the 2-2. It's going to be popped into left field. Tittle there, and it actually drops into fair ground. So that will be an error on the play, and the runners will advance to second and third with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Haley Hall.
And you know, Bryce, we saw that ball that was a base hit by Cheyenne Waldron kind of get hung up in the wind. And like we talked about it, that wind, that crosswind is blowing right toward the third base side. So for the left fielder, Tittle, she was trying to get over to it and just could not bring it in.
And Hall squares the bunt, and it's actually caught by the catcher. That's a great play there if you're a Lady Redskin.
Yeah, great job by Stamper. And they needed that second out. So now they've got runners at second and third with 2 out, and number 9 hitter Riley Lechner is up to bat.
Hey, she's going to swing and miss for strike number 1.
Lefty kind of fans at it there, trying to put the bat on the ball.
And the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled away. Now, if you're Gamble with this at bat, you're as happy as can be. Way ahead, you can play a little bit here, just can't have a pass ball.
Yeah, and you want to get this runner. You want to get this batter. You don't want to put her on because the number 1 leadoff hitter is in the on-deck circle. So you got to go right after number 9 here.
And the 0-2 is down and away, throw down to third is not in time.
So even though you've got first base open, you want to try to take care of the bottom of the order here with 2 outs.
And if you're a runner here, you have to be careful. We've seen it multiple times already. Stamper's not afraid to throw down. And the 1-2 is going to be dribbled right back to Gamble. She'll throw it over to first, and the side is retired. No runs on no hits, 1 error. And after 2, our score is the Coshocton Lady Redskins 0 and the Lady Black Bears 0. You're watching high school softball on Claxon Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Loper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
And we are back here at Riverview High School as they're just now throwing down to second base, getting ready to start the top of the third inning. And due up for the Lady Redskins is going to be Peyton Gamble. And then back to the top of the order with Jalen Allen and Mallory Stamper. And really, if you're Coshocton here, you want this 9-batter to get on any way you can.
Yeah, they were able to get a couple of runners on base last inning. Not able to get them over and get them in, so.
And the first pitch to Gamble is inside, ball number 1.
You know, even though Gamble is the number 9 hitter, she's got some speed. You get her on base. She likes to run.
Hall sets and delivers. And that is in there for strike 1. And that's something for both pitchers so far that we've seen. They're not getting behind hitters. And that's a coach's dream if you're either one of these two coaches.
Yeah, gotta love strikes.
As that one is fouled back.
That was, playing baseball as a kid, and I know you played too, Bryce, but, those games where, where there was a pitcher for your team or your opponent couldn't find the strike zone, those were just marathon games. Yep. So I love a quick game. Yep. Just go right after it. I love it whenever they attack the pitcher, too.
And the 1-2 pitch is up and away, ball 2.
I was always a first pitch swinging guy. I don't know about you. I was just too impatient.
Yep.
I just
just wanted to get it over with.
I just wanted to get on base. I didn't want to stand in that box.
And the 2-2 is in there, called strike number 3. Haley Hall doing a great job to start out. That's her third strikeout of the day so far.
Yeah, and third in a row, so she's really picked up some momentum here at the tail end of the second inning and to start the third. So now we're back at the top of the order for the Lady Redskins.
That's going to bring up Jalen Allen.
Allen grounded out to first base in her first appearance tonight.
And first pitch is in there for a ball.
Mallory Stamper awaits on deck for the Lady Redskins. Hallie Wallace shouting defensive instructions to her team.
As Hall gets her sign and delivers. And that one's fouled back.
And if anybody knows Hallie Wallace, she is not afraid to talk.
Exactly.
She would admit that she's got those vocal cords. And she's talking to the umpire right now, So it's that social catcher.
An umpire is a catcher's best friend.
Uh-huh. Gotta be.
You have to be on good terms.
Yes, sir.
And that is just outside. 2-1 the count.
I'm sure you remember Sean Casey, who played for the Indians at the time and also the Cincinnati Reds. They used to call him the mayor down at first base. You remember that?
Yes, I do. Had a stint as a hitting coach for the Yankees 2 years ago.
Okay.
As that one's in for ball 3.
I didn't know that. That's a little disheartening to know that, but Sean Casey, for those that remember when he played, he was always talking up, the opposing team whenever they got down to first base. Always just chatting them up. The mayor down at first.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And this will be Haley Hall's third full count in the game as well. Both lineups doing a really good job of just picking their pitches that they want to try and hit. And that is in for ball 4. Really good at bat there by Jalen Allen. And that's going to bring up Mallory Stamper, who's 0 for 1, reached on an error in the first inning.
That's the first walk of the game for Haley Hall. So the number 1 hitter aboard with 1 out. Mallory Stamper to the plate. She reached on an error back in the opening inning.
And that's a foul ball as the bunt hitter in the box.
And she kind of ran right into that one. Well, I like the approach of the Redskins coaching staff, not afraid to play a little small ball here and get the ball down, try to get them over, get them in with the number 3 hitter. And Savannah Gamble waiting in the on-deck circle.
And the 0-1 that looks like a very good bunt down the third baseline. And the throw is not going to be in time. And Allen's going to take third. A great job there by the Lady Redskins to advance the runner. Because really, you're right there, I don't think they're necessarily bunting for a base hit, but a perfect bunt down the third baseline, and Stamper just legs it out for an infield single.
Yeah, she was going to beat that out, and the ball was dropped at first base. So either way, if she didn't beat it out, she was going to be aboard. But the smart base running was to go from first to third, and that's what your leadoff hitter will do for you. Jalen Allen on the bunt, seeing that it was fielded by the third baseman, and was able to quickly turn the corner and get to third base. Now first and third with 1 out.
And Gamble hits one deep into right field. And that's going to be over the head of Wycliffe. That will score 1 as Stamper trots into third. And right there, that is Savannah Gamble with an RBI double. And if you're the Lady Redskins, there's nothing better than that right there with only 1 out. Takes away the double play, and now you have 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, and that was the big hit that they needed. We talked about it earlier that Savannah Gamble's going to bring a big stick to the plate and jumps right on that first pitch. And it did go off of Wycliffe's glove, but clearly that's a double. She couldn't get to it. So now a little meeting on the mound of the Lady Bears, and Coshocton will talk about it too. But the Redskins striking first. They lead 1-0 and knocking on the door with more. With just 1 out here in the top of the third.
And with the cleanup hitter, Gisleen Brown stepping up to the plate, I don't think you're going to see much small ball here. I think you're going to be looking gap to gap if you're the Lady Redskins. But if you're the Lady Black Bears, I wouldn't be shocked to see corners in possibly just to play that bunt.
And with the cleanup batter being up, you could pitch around her here. It'll be interesting to see what Hall does.
And she's going to swing away, and that's going to be popped up in the center field. Stamper tagging from third. And the play at the plate is not going to be in time. She's going to be safe. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Gamble trying to bait a throw in from the catcher.
So the sacrifice perfectly executed to plate the run as Stamper comes in to score, and Gamble over to third on the throw.
And that will be scored a sac fly.
That was a great throw from center field, too, by the center fielder, Reagan Foster. It was a close play at the plate.
And that's going to bring up Kylie Raber for the Lady Redskins. She hit into a fielder's choice her first time up. And the first pitch is going to be fouled back.
So still a runner in scoring position. We've already had 2 cross the plate here in this inning.
And we just seen there on that last play that Gamble, she's not afraid to try and bait a throw. If she can try and bait a throw, try to steal a run. 0-1 the count with 2 outs here in the top of the third. And the pitch is down low, ball 1. Really great atmosphere here for the St. County softball game today.
A little breezy, but I can feel the sun. A little bit of heat on my face. That's a good thing.
And that's in there for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs here in the top of the third. And if you're Haley Hall, you just want any way to get out of this inning so that the bats can come up. You can try to answer what they just did.
Yeah, and Riverview's got the top of the order here in the bottom of 3.
And that's going to be popped up in the infield. Brown under it, and there's the putout.
Sorry about that. That's Thompson there at third
Thompson
base.
with the putout. My apologies.
Forgot to flip that over for you. Sorry about that.
You're okay. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Going to the bottom of the third, our score is Coshocton 2, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball on Claxon Sports.
We are McWayne Ductal, Ohio, and we are right here. As an Iron Strong community partner, we are proud to be involved alongside you, your family, and your neighbors. We create jobs and deeply believe in supporting groups across the community. Through action and philanthropy, we champion those around us because that's who we are. And above all, we help build the infrastructure that brings safe, clean water. Right here, right to you.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
And we are back here at Riverview High School. And Casey, if you're the Lady Redskins here, this is one of, if not the biggest half inning of the game. You just scored 2. You want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, they got to play a little bit of defense here. The top of the order up with Dobson, Wallace, and Yoder for the Lady Bears. And, if you are Riverview, you got to ask yourself, how are we going to respond? You'd like to at least get 1 back here if you could.
And in steps Dobson. She struck out in the first with about 11 pitch at bat as that first pitch is fouled back.
Yeah, and she's kind of taken the same approach she did on her first at bat. But, she's a first pitch swinging type of batter. And she went deep into the count. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to say fouled off at least 5 pitches in a row.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
And the 0-1. And that one's also foul.
Because she
can straighten that out. She might take a little trot around the bases on that one.
Because she had a full count, so that's at least 5 pitches.
Right.
And it went as deep as 11.
Yep.
So she fouled off 5 in a row before they got her on the strikeout on the 11th pitch of the at-bat.
And now we're just waiting for a softball as one just got thrown in over by the third baseman. And this is that inning you got to get, if you're the Lady Bears, you have to get Gamble out of her groove. Whether it's a bunt, whether it's whatever you can do, whether it's a walk. And the 0-2. And that's also fouled back.
Yeah, and the Bears have had runners on base in both of their at-bats in the first inning. Wallace was able to get on base. We'll see her bat next. But she reached on a hit by pitch and was left there after 2 were out. And then Riverview had 2 runners reach base last inning, but not able to get them over and not able to get them in.
And that hits her. It's going to be the second hit by pitch for the Lady Black Bears here so far this game. And that'll bring up Hallie Wallace, the catcher. She actually got hit by a pitch in the first inning.
So Dobson, the leadoff hitter, the number 1 hitter on base.
Gamble delivers, and that's going to be grounded to short. Raver over to Allen for the force.
That was a quick bang play, but great defensive play by the Redskins there. Shortstop Raybert Allen for the out.
And then there will be a courtesy runner coming in for the Black Bears.
See, this is where we got to pull out that roster. We've got it.
If we can open it because of this wind.
We've got it being held down because of the wind and everything blowing. But
that's going to be Addison Turner on first base.
Yeah, so Turner.
As Aurora Yoder takes ball 1.
Turner ran for Wallace whenever she was on base after being hit by a pitch. That's just being a courtesy runner. Can run for the catcher or the pitcher.
That 1-0 pitch is hit deep in the left field, and it's going to land foul. And that's that wind effect that we were talking about earlier today.
Yeah, we've talked about it all game long because that wind blowing. We're on the third base side, and it's right in our face. Yep. And, boy, it's really playing havoc with the outfielders.
Yep, that started about dead left field and ended right outside of that foul line.
Yeah, we're waiting for it to die down, but it hasn't done that yet.
And the 1-1 pitch from Gamble. It's going to be up and away, ball number 2. is going to be fouled back. I think they're just aiming for my car at this point, Casey.
Well, I haven't seen where you parked.
I'm right by the red porta potty. That's where Natalie.
You're by the red porta potty.
That's where Natalie parked me. Yep.
Okay, so Miss Natalie Holbrook parked your car by the porta potty.
She did.
She was trying to park next to Willie, or it might have been the only spot that was left.
I think it was
in the joint too.
As that one's in the dirt.
Yeah, we appreciate our crew helping us out here today. And you mentioned Natalie Holbrook. She ran back to the office to get us a chair.
She did.
You're sitting on a pickle bucket. We should show that shot.
As time is called.
We had a battery that died, so she ran back to the office to get a chair for the boss and then get a battery for Drew Dunlap. He's our videographer today. Abrielle Jones, our producer.
As Coach Infante just zinged one in there to Stamper.
He's got an arm. You see that? Is he showing off?
He was.
He knows it's on the live stream. That's what it is.
Full count pitch is popped into foul ground and caught there by Brown for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Kelsey McClellan.
He is a fun guy to talk to. You ever get a chance to talk to Willie Infante? He can talk your ear off if you talk about softball. But he is a lot of fun.
That's going to be grounded foul. He didn't have the fielding skills right there as he does the arm that he just showed off a couple minutes ago. Z bobbles one there on the third base line.
I got a Willie Infante story to tell later, too. and it involves one Miss Natalie Holbrook. Maybe we'll save that one for the 5th inning. We might tell that story.
As the 0-1 is fouled back.
I am teasing everybody to try to make them stick around and watch the game. We're going to tell a story about this person, tell a story about that person. But the story I'm going to tell is about last year we were out to cover a game, and our photographer, Natalie Holbrook, got kicked out of the Riverview dugout. So that's the story I'm going to tell later. So that's just a little tease. It's coming.
Here's Gamble with the 0-2. Just a bit high.
I'll tell that full story a little bit later in the broadcast.
1-2 count. Runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Coshocton does lead Riverview 2-0. And Gamble delivers, and that's fouled back. That's what we're seeing a lot out of Riverview. We're seeing a lot of gritty at-bats. Not afraid to foul balls off. Get Gamble deep into her pitch count. And if you're the Black Bears, really, right now, you're playing the long game. You want to get that pitch count as high as you can. As that one is in there for strike number 3. They're having a hard time stopping Gamble so far. She strikes out another. We had a hit by pitch and a strikeout. After 3 innings, your scores, Coshocton 2, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
At People's Bank, our team of local wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you are a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. Our strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. Put our decades of expertise to work for you. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at BrattonLawCoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
We're back at Riverview High School as Sage Taylor takes ball 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. This is a big bounce back inning here for Hall, trying to get a 0 up on the board. And the 1-0. Just high and out. That's going to be ball 2.
Coshocton leading this game 2-0, obviously, but they got 2 runs last inning. Were able to string together a couple of base hits and get 2 runners in.
That one's going to be grounded to short. Dobson bobbles, third to first, is in time for the first out of the inning.
Great job by Dobson to recover. Kind of got away from her a little bit, but maintained her composure. She's got a great arm.
Perfect.
Strength to throw it right across the diamond for the out.
And that's what even Little League coaches teach. You just got to stay with the ball, make a strong throw. That's exactly what she did. Now we have one down here in the top of the fourth, with Brianna Wycliffe stepping in for the Lady Redskins. Takes strike one. Wycliffe struck out in the second inning.
Allie Tittle waits on deck.
And the 0-1 from Hall. And that's hit in the air in the left center field. That's going to be Foster, reels it in for out number 2.
Yeah, Foster was kind of shading that way. When I first looked up, I'm like, well, Yoder's going to run that one down, but Foster comes over, kind of the general in the outfield, and make the grab, and two out.
And it might be the first fly ball that we see not really get taken by the wind.
And if you know Reagan Foster, she pretty much does what she wants anyway.
Exactly.
That is no surprise.
She's in center for a reason. She's the captain of the outfield. She's going to try and catch whatever she can.
She's going to do what she wants.
Allie Tittle now in for the Lady Redskins as she hits one foul down the third base side.
Before the game, I asked her, I said, are you behaving? And she's like, of course I am. I said, you're not lying to me, are you? She goes, no. She goes, I wouldn't do that.
Tittle 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes on Tittle with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. And time is called. Got to get extra softballs in here. So many foul balls, they're running low.
We have seen quite a few of them. At least here at Riverview, you don't have to worry about them rolling over a hill or anything like that.
And that is in there for strike 3. A great inning there for Hall.
First 1-2-3 inning of the game.
No runs on no hits, 1 strikeout, and our score is going to stay the same with the Lady Bears coming up to bat. Our score is Coshocton 2, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
For over 100 years, Jones Metal Products has embraced the power of teamwork. That's why we're always looking to grow our team with dedicated, hardworking professionals who are seeking long-term growth and development right here in Coshocton County. We're proud to serve our community and give our employees a great career in a small town. Go to jonesmetal.com to see career opportunities today.
Welcome back to Riverview High School as Joanne Thompson for the Lady Black Bears steps in. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Her first at bat as she pops one straight back foul.
It'll be Thompson, Waldron, and Foster due up for the Lady Bears here in the bottom of 4.
Gamble doing a really good job of controlling the zone as that one is popped up in the infield. And that is caught by Taylor for the Lady Redskins, and that's going to be 1 away.
We were talking earlier, Bryce, about kind of a funny moment last year in softball here at Riverview. Our sideline reporter and photographer extraordinaire, Natalie Holbrook, was coming out to cover the Lady Bears here for a softball game.
As that one's going to be ripped to short. Raber fields it, fires over to first, in time, 2 away.
Great play. Strong arm there at short by Raber. So I'm going to tell this story quick. So Natalie said, hey, I'm going to go out and cover the Lady Bears. And I was like, all right. So I said, well, let Katie Westney, the athletic director, know you're coming. So she was all right. So she had asked Katie if it was okay if she went in and take some shots inside the dugout and was going to take some pictures inside the dugout. So she just kind of let herself in, goes into the dugout, and starting to take pictures. And it wasn't long after that one of the assistant coaches from Riverview came up and said, young lady, can you stand up? And so she did. And they said, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. You're not allowed in this dugout. And so, because they didn't really know who she was. So Natalie got kicked out of the Riverview dugout, and Willie, he apologized. He apologized later. He's like, I'm sorry. We didn't realize who she was. So this year when I came out to take pictures at a Riverview game on opening day, whenever they played Ridgewood, and I was standing right by the edge of the dugout. I didn't go in. And Coach Infante, he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Casey, you can come in the dugout if you want." I was like, I wasn't going to come in the dugout unless I was invited. I didn't want to get kicked out. And he laughed. He's like, "You've been hanging on to that story for a whole year, haven't you?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have. I've been waiting."
And that one's actually going to be grounded to short. Raber up with it again, a strong throw. And that is going to do it for the fourth inning.
Another 1-2-3 inning.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and our score stays the same here at the end of 4. Coshocton 2, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
Welcome back to Riverview High School. Due up for the Lady Redskins is going to be Peyton Gamble, Jalen Allen, and Mallory Stamper. And if you're Riverview, this is a big inning. Another 1-2-3 would be huge here. Try to get some momentum in order to get some runners on and to score some runs, get back into this softball game.
Yeah, you got the top of the order coming back up after Gamble, the number 9
that
hitter.
One's hit high and deep into right center field, way back, and it's going to be off the wall. Lechner gets it into second base, and the throw to third. Gets away. So actually we will score that. A double and a throwing error by the second baseman there. Big leadoff double by the 9-hitter Peyton Gamble for the Lady Redskins.
Yeah, and Gamble was able to get it over the head of Lechner in right field, and she hit second base and was coming to third. And then she got about halfway, and she finally saw the stop sign from Coach Laney and started to go back. And then when the ball was able to get past the third baseman, she was able to cruise on into third base. So leadoff runner at third, and Coshocton threatening again here with the leadoff hitter up, and Jalen Allen.
And that one is going to be fouled back.
Allen walked and scored a run back in the third inning.
And the 0-1 is outside, ball number 1. And we saw it a little bit earlier. Coshocton's not afraid to square down that bunt. It doesn't matter who's on base. I wouldn't be shocked if Allen doesn't get on. You see Mallory Stamper possibly drop down another bunt as well, as that one is in there for strike number 2.
And Riverview almost conceding the run as they've got their shortstop Dobson and Waldron kind of playing back in the middle. And even McClellan is right at the edge of the first base bag.
As that pitch is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And if you're Coshocton, you can't ask for anything better right now. Leadoff person gets all the way over to third on a great double to hit the fence. And now you have the top of the order. See if they can cash in this run. The 2-2 from Hall is in there for strike number 3.
Yeah, the big key is just putting the ball in play. Stamper will be up next. She had a base hit back in the third inning. She's actually been on base twice and scored a run.
And that's actually Hall's 5th strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Mallory Stamper.
So you got to be thinking the Stamper is going to put the bat on the ball. That's what you want. Just got to put it in play.
And the pitch, high, ball number 1. And if you're Coshocton, you're just thinking anywhere but right back to the pitcher could possibly score that run from third base. And the 1-0 from Hall is flared into right field. That's going to get down for an RBI base hit. Stamper takes the turn, runs for second. And she is in there safely with the stand-up double. A great RBI double there by Stamper. And now Coshocton now leads 3-0.
Brings up Savannah Gamble. She chased home a run back in the third inning with a double of her own.
And the bats are starting to come alive here, KC, for the Lady Redskins. And that pitch is low and away for ball one.
A lot of times it takes just a little bit to kind of get the timing down, and we've seen that with Coshocton. They didn't do much in the first two innings, but chased home a couple of runs in the third, and now threatening again here. They've got another.
One's fouled away on the first base side. One and one to count. Stamper on second with one away here in the top of the fifth inning. Coshocton does lead 3-0. And the pitch from Hall is fouled away.
Just got a piece of it.
It's a really good drop ball there by Hall. It started right on her knee, and then it ended up almost in the dirt.
I lost my paper, didn't I? Hey, thank you, Larry. I picked up my phone, and then we lost our defensive chart.
That one's up and away for ball two. 2-2 the count. Gamble doing a really good job on the mound for the Lady Redskins. Nothing better for her than to be able to drive in a run. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on a miss. That's strike number 3.
Yeah, she took something off of that one.
A little change-up, little hanging change-up. Got her out in front for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Jasleen Brown.
Brown had a single back in the second inning and then hit that really high sacrifice fly to get home Coshocton's second run in the third.
The pitch from Hall is just outside, ball one. Time is called so the umpire can see the plate. It's the bad thing about this win. Sometimes nothing really happens, and then the dirt just gets over the plate and then no one can see it. Very good umpiring crew so far in this game. As Hall gets ready for the 1-0 delivery. And I was in there for strike one.
The other thing I like about the umpires, too, they're keeping it consistent, but they are keeping this game moving.
Yeah.
And that's what we like. As a parent, as a broadcaster.
And it also helps that the opposing pitchers are only throwing 1 or 2 pitches in between innings. So
that's right.
The pace is very good here today.
We were up doing a softball game for WTUZ, Big Z Sports.
As that one's grounded foul on the third base side, will bring the count to 1-2.
We were up doing the big game between Garraway and Strasburg, two of the perennial powers in the IVC. That was this past Saturday, and I was up there producing that game. And we got started a little bit late. And, you got to play commercials in the game, and we were going to have to start playing like 3 commercials in between innings.
As that one's hit straight away center field, Foster under it, and she'll bring it home to retire to the side.
I told the umpire, I was like, hey, we need 90 seconds in between innings for 3 30-second commercials. He's like, we're only supposed to have 60 seconds. I was like, oh, boy. So those guys were keeping it moving, and they are keeping it moving here. 1
run on 2 hits and 1 error for Coshocton as they extend their lead going to the bottom of the 5th. Coshocton leads 3, Riverview 0. You're listening to high school softball with Claxon Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Chenaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Chenaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Lauper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
Welcome back to Riverview High School. And Casey, if you're the Black Bears here, it's getting close to that do or die time, because really not much has happened on the base pass so far. Gamble has done a really good job for Coshocton settling into this ball game, getting outs quickly and getting her team back into the batter's box to be able to score these 3 runs. And if you're Riverview, I think you have to be a little bit more patient, not swinging first pitch as much.
Yeah, they like to attack the ball right off the bat. So we see that
as Haley Hall takes ball 1.
Yeah, sometimes pitchers will do that too. They will look to settle in, but Riverview just 1 hit in this game. They've had a couple of runners on base, but they just got to take one at bat at a time.
As that one is in for strike 1. And as we've been saying this whole game, Gamble's done a really good job of just hitting the zone, making them swing, putting the ball in play, getting quick outs. And the 1-1 pitch.
What a play.
And a great diving play by Mallory Stamper for the first out of the inning. A great play.
I tell you, she is all hustle. That's the kind of person you want behind the plate. She was kind of diving away from us, but, man, she was stretched out there.
And now batting for the Black Bears is going to be the right fielder, number 13, Riley Lechner. And that is just outside for ball 1. Three nothing's our score. Bottom of the 5th with 1 out. And the pitch. That's going to be lined into center field. Gamble, and a great catch by Gamble. Misjudges it. Ends up correcting herself and being able to get into position to make a play. Yeah, 2 outs in the end.
She gave that little Olay sign, too, out there in center field.
It looked, toward the end, it looked like the ball caught that wind stream and just took off on her.
Yeah, it was moving. It was definitely moving, but she made a great catch out there in straightaway center field.
And here's Kylie Dobson as she pops one up. Raber is under it, and the side is retired. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Redskins. No runs on no hits, no errors. After 5 innings, our score, Coshocton 3, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
We are McWayne Ductal, Ohio, and we are right here. As an Iron Strong community partner, we are proud to be involved alongside you, your family, and your neighbors. We create jobs and deeply believe in supporting groups across the community. Through action and philanthropy, we champion those around us because that's who we are. And above all, we help build the infrastructure that brings safe, clean water. Right here, right to you.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
Welcome back to Riverview High School as Kylie Raber steps into the box for the Lady Redskins. Hall sets and delivers, and that's going to be fouled back for strike 1.
We have a couple of baseball and softball games tomorrow that Claxon Communications will be producing. I know we've got a big one up there in West Lafayette, as it'll be Newcomerstown and the Ridgewood Lady Generals.
I will actually be
on
at
the
that
Diamond.
Game.
Yeah, you're doing that game, right?
I will be. As that one is in there for strike number 2.
Great partnership with Big Z Sports, WTUZ. So they're coming down. The Big Z coming to town to do the game.
And then I'll also be with them on Saturday doing the Newcomerstown Relays. That starts bright and early at 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, that's the
0-2 pitch is up high for ball 1.
Yeah, that's the Milburn Memorial track relay event. Now, they will be doing field events. I found that out today.
Yep.
So they're going to do field events, but most of the running events are all relays.
Yep.
So we'll be doing that.
And the 1-2 pitch just outside for ball 2.
We just don't want any rain. No rain tomorrow. No rain on Saturday morning.
Yeah, we really need to get through the first 2 weeks of our sports seasons without any more cancellations. As that is going to be fouled back.
A couple of years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, we were here at Riverview, and we were producing a game for WKLM. So it was West Holmes playing Riverview in softball, and Matt Croy was here broadcasting. And I'm telling you, we froze. Yeah. I mean, it was cold. And I was like, why are we doing softball in March whenever it's 35 degrees?
Thank goodness for the press box up at Highland, or on Saturday I would have froze as well.
Yeah. We are blessed with some press boxes, yes. And you're going to get to be inside what they call the Taj over there at Ridgewood.
Yep,
Did you know that's what they call that?
And the 2-2 pitch is hit in the center field.
That's Foster out there.
As the wind tries to take our paper away from us, and there's going to be one out in the inning.
Yeah, I was up at Ridgewood on Sunday. I was going up there to kind of scout out the new field and everything. And see what they have, and like, okay, where can we put a camera? Where can we go? And Jason Laney was up there. He was working on the field and trying to get.
Sage Taylor pops one up. Under it is Hall, and Hall makes the catch, and there's now 2 away.
He was up there working on the block for the dugouts. They were about halfway up, and we were up there talking, and I said, hey, is the press box open? He's like, yeah. So I went on up into the press box. That is huge. It is big press box up there. And then he answered his cell phone, and he was talking to someone else, and he's like, yeah, I'm up here in the Taj. And after he hung up the phone, I'm like, did you just refer to it as Taj?
Brandon Whitcliffe grounds it over to Hall. Hall throws to the first, and that's the end of the inning.
I was like, did you just refer to this as the Taj? He's like, yeah, the Taj Mahal. He's like, that's what we call it. So tomorrow you're going to be in the Taj, Bryce.
Well,
you're going to be in the Taj.
Perfect. No runs on no hits, no errors. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th with the score, Coshocton 3, Riverview 0. You're watching high school softball from Claxon Sports.
At People's Bank, our team of local wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you are a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. Our strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. Put our decades of expertise to work for you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at BrattonLawCoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
We are back at Riverview High School as Hallie Wallace just took strike 1. And the second pitch of the bat is up and away for ball number 1. Gimble doing a very, very good job. Only giving up the lone hit so far today. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Infield playing normal depth. Outfield possibly a little deeper than usual with this wind. And the 1-2 pitch is fouled back. Wallace doing a great job of battling there at the plate. Just trying to force Gamble just to keep throwing more pitches. And the 1-2 delivery from Gamble is fouled back.
Well, if you're Riverview, you really want to make something happen here because you got the top of the order here with a 2, 3, and 4 up to bat. And this might be the last time that we see some of the best hitters from this group.
And the 1-2 is going to be flown into left center field. And it's going to drop for a base hit.
That's what you want. If you're a Black Bear fan, you got to have runners on base, and Hallie Wallace is aboard.
And a great leadoff single there if you're Riverview. Let's see if they can build off of it. There will be the courtesy runner. Turner will come back into the game and run for Wallace. And that's going to bring up Aurora Yoder for Riverview. And first pitch is in for strike number 1.
Yoder still in search of her first hit of the day.
And that's going to be popped up in the right center field. And that's actually going to drop for a base hit. Another base hit for the Riverview Black Bears. And if you're Riverview, there's no better way to start off an inning.
You know, we've talked about the wind, but a lot of times those balls going up and they go out, and then the wind is blowing them back. So it's kind of wreaking a little havoc with the outfielders. But, you know, it's all the same in the scorebook, even though on a normal day that might be caught.
And that's going to bring up Kelsey McClellan. She struck out back in the 3rd inning. First pitch is low for ball 1. Runners on first to second, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coshocton does lead 3-0. And the pitch from Gamble is roped foul. Gamble back on the rubber, getting the sign from her catcher on this 1-1 pitch. Sets and delivers. And that one's going to be fouled back. 1-2 the count. Infield playing normal depth. Gamble gets her sign, sets and delivers. The 1-2 pitch is swung on a miss for strike 3. And if you're Gamble, there's no better way to come back off of those 2 base hits here early in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Joanne Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2 for the day with a strikeout and a pop-up to first base. And the pitch from Gamble, low, ball 1. That will get to the backstop, and both runners will advance. We'll score that a pass ball there. As we have time there on 3rd base as Wallace gets her helmet fixed. They give the thumbs up to the umpire, and here we go. As Coach Infante zings another one in from the foul ground to the catcher, so they have more softballs.
He's got an arm.
I think I heard the wind off of that one through my headset. As that one's fouled back.
Yeah, Thompson continuing to battle.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. And if you're Riverview, this is the time. You have 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. You have to find a way to get at least one of them in.
Yeah, they had 1 hit coming into this inning, and now they've got back-to-back hits and it's threatening.
As that swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Thompson. Gamble doing a really good job of not letting those first 2 hits affect her in any way.
Cheyenne Waldron, who has the other hit for Riverview, stands in the on-deck circle.
And the 1-2 called strike 3, and we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's a big out for Gamble. Back-to-back strikeouts with 2 aboard.
And I really think that'll loosen her up a little bit more.
Yeah, when you get those strikeouts, it makes the pitcher feel good.
Because she can
take
be in
control of the game
yourself.
Exactly.
And the pitch to Waldron is swung on and missed to start the at-bat.
Waldron 1 for 2 on the day. She's put the ball in play both times.
A single in the 2nd inning, then she grounded out to shortstop 2 innings ago. As that one's popped up, going toward the fence, that's going to get over the fence and foul.
Watch out, Natalie Holbrook. That almost got her.
0-2 the count here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Thank you. I'm losing all my stuff. My glasses, cases flying around, Bryce.
Well, we are dealing with probably around 30-mile-an-hour winds here over here in Warsaw today.
I'm just glad we haven't had a camera blow over
exactly.
yet. I keep an eye on that camera in center field. Make sure we're not losing it.
Will it be the first time this year?
Oh.
And the 0-2 is going to be grounded to 2nd. And the side is retired. Allen to Taylor on the putout. After 6 innings, the score still the same. Coshocton 3, Riverview 0. To the top of the 7th we go. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
For over 100 years, Jones Metal Products has embraced the power of teamwork. That's why we're always looking to grow our team with dedicated, hardworking professionals who are seeking long-term growth and development right here in Coshocton County. We're proud to serve our community and give our employees a great career in a small town. Go to jonesmetal.com to see career opportunities today.
Welcome back to Riverview High School as we enter the top of the 7th inning, and due up for the Lady Redskins is going to be Allie Tittle, Peyton Gamble, and then up to the top of the order with Jalen Allen.
We were both being told what to do by our producer, Abrielle Jones, today. Nothing like a good, strong woman to smack you both around, to keep you in line. I thought she's going to hit you there. You didn't come on and start talking.
Also, big shout-out for our cameraman out here on the first base, Andrew Dunlap. As that is low for ball one.
We should ask Abby, is Andrew behaving over there? I know you're both on the headset. We can't hear that conversation. Yeah, she nods. Abby doesn't say much, but when she does, watch out.
Yep, you better watch out.
Because and Drew, he does a great job. He's one of the best we got. So we appreciate Drew.
We actually have a pinch hitter. This is Serenity. Let me grab my roster sheet for the last name here real quick.
Here we go.
I have the wrong one.
This is the one you're looking for. That's the red and black right there.
Serenity Aarons is up for pinch hitting for the Lady Redskins. As she bunts one foul, that count is now 2-1. And that's the bad part about over here. We just have to figure those things out. They don't tell us those substitutions. So,
well, we probably just weren't paying attention, which is par for the course with me and you.
Right. And the 2-1 pitch is going to be a great bunt. Hall over to first is not in time, and that's going to be a bunt single. Exactly what you want if you're Coshocton. Another leadoff hit to start an inning. And that's going to bring up Peyton Gamble. She doubled her last time up in the 5th inning, came around to score. Actually advanced to third on that error to start the inning. And we do have time. A little pitcher-catcher meeting.
Yeah, Holly Wallace going to take a little stroll out there to talk to the starter for the Lady Bears.
We're starting to get to the point where this bucket is starting to get a little uncomfortable.
You are. We didn't really tell the bucket story. I told you and Abrielle you got to bring a chair.
Completely forgot.
And none of us brought a chair. So we
even you didn't bring a chair.
Oh, I even knew that I was supposed to bring a chair, and I didn't pack it. So we sent Holbrook back to the shop to pick up a chair for me.
Gail was up and she squares as the throw down to first is not in time.
And then we borrowed a chair for you. You got to take care of your producer.
Yep.
So Abrielle Jones, we gave her a chair, made sure that she had one, and we borrowed one from Macy, the assistant coach from Riverview. So she helped us out with
Gamble
a chair.
squares again, and that one's foul.
And you're sitting on a pickle bucket.
I am.
Which, that's kind of cool in the baseball and softball world.
I feel like I'm a coach.
Yeah, that's usually what a coach sets on.
I just need a pack of sunflower seeds, and I'm okay.
And this one is like an extra tall pickle bucket that you are setting on, Bryce.
And the 0-2 pitch is swung, hitting the gap into right center field. Now we'll roll all the way to the fence. Aaron's going to round third. She's going to head home. She's going to stand up and score. And Gamble in with the RBI triple to start the top of the 7th inning.
You got to love it when your number 9 hitter has 2 extra base hits in the game, a double and a triple, and just drove in a run.
That extends the lead to 4-0 as Coach Willie Infante is going to make a pitching change, it looks like. And it looks like Reagan Foster is going to possibly come into pitch for the Black Bears. And as she gets warmed up, we're actually going to step aside. Our score here is going to be Coshocton 4, Riverview 0. You're watching and listening to high school softball with Claxon Sports.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
Welcome back to Riverview High School as Reagan Foster for the Lady Black Bears gets warmed up in relief. And then we also have another substitution, number 9, Addison. I'm sorry, that's the wrong name. Let me find the right one for you.
You had it right.
Oh, I did have it right.
You had it right.
Addison Thompson, who was our courtesy runner in the first innings, actually. Turner, thank you.
Yeah.
She was our courtesy runner in the first inning. She's going to take the place in center field. And then Foster is going to come in to pitch for the Lady Black Bears. Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Redskins is going to be the leadoff hitter, number 00, Jalen Allen. She walked earlier in the third inning, came around to score. And the first pitch is up and in for ball 1.
So defensively, they still got Yoder in left. Turner is now in center, and Lechner in right field for the Lady Bears defensively.
The 1-0 from Foster is in there for strike number 1.
No change in the infield. Across from left to right, it's going to be Thompson, Dobson, Waldron, and McClellan. And Wallace still behind the plate. And Foster pitching.
And the 1-1 from Foster is going to be high. Gets to the backstop. No advancement from the runner at third.
I almost forgot about Gamble over there at third base. She's quick down that line. Of course, she is your...
2-1 the count. Top of the 7th. 4-0 our score in favor of the Lady Redskins with the runner on third with nobody out. And if you're Allen, you're just thinking bat on the ball any way you can. As that one is high for ball 3. 3-1 is the count. Foster back in the circle. Getting her sign from Wallace. And the delivery is in there for strike 2.
One thing you can say about Allen, she has been very patient in all of her at-bats. She is the prototypical leadoff hitter.
This is her third full count of the game for Allen. So
she's done a great job.
3 out of 4 at-bats have been in full counts. And the payoff pitch is in there, called strike 3. And if you're the Lady Black Bears, that's exactly what you want from Reagan Foster. Just come in, throw strikes, get some outs. Try to limit as much damage as you can. That's a great job there by Reagan Foster. That's going to bring up Mallory Stamper for the Lady Redskins. She doubled and came around to score her last time up.
Yeah, been on base all 3 times today. Don't forget about that great defensive play that she had to dive in for that. Did you get a picture of that, Miss Holbrook? When she dove and got that ball? Did you get a picture of that? No. You thought? Oh, you thought you were going to get hit. Okay. So you were afraid. Don't be afraid.
And that one's in for ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Sorry for the side combo, but, we're always looking for that great shot. It's all right.
And usually we have a pretty good one that gets that great shot for us, Casey.
Oh, man.
So
you're going to see some great pictures tomorrow on Claxon Sports.
We appreciate everything Natalie does for us here at Claxon Sports as the 2-0 is grounded to short. Dobson handles it, throws to first, is not in time, and that's going to be an RBI infield single. That's going to extend the lead to 5-0 in favor of the Lady Redskins. And that's going to bring up Savannah Gamble.
So Redskins have tacked on 2 additional runs here in the top of the 7th.
And you know that was Coach Laney's goal here. Just add on as much as you can as Gamble takes ball 1. Gamble has pitched a tremendous game so far today.
Yeah, she's brought it all day, and we're going to get to see her in the bottom of the 7th too.
She's already doubled today as well, back in the 3rd inning. The 1-0 is swung on a miss. And throw down to first. That's a great delay steal right there by Mallory Stamper.
You know, when you got a 5-0 lead, you can run. I mean, that's the nice thing about having the lead is you can run. Put pressure on the defense.
1-1 the count with 1 out, runner on second here in the top of the 7th inning.
Good to have her in scoring position.
And that ball's hit hard. It's back deep, and it's going to go off the wall in center field. 1 run is going to come around and score. And for the 2nd time today, Gamble with the double, just to extend that lead to 6-0, Casey, and Coshocton starting to pull away.
Yeah, that's her 2nd RBI of the game. 2 doubles on a 2-for-4 afternoon. Savannah Gamble with a great game at the plate as well as on the mound.
And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Jasleen Brown. She's 0 for 3 so far. And that pitch is down low for ball 1.
Yeah, Brown actually had the sacrificed fly that brought in a run back in the 3rd inning. So she's helped the cause as well.
And the 1-0 from Foster. High, ball 2.
Kayla Raber awaits on deck.
She's reached on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning. And the 2-0 is low. And it's going to get away from the catcher. Gamble advances up to 3rd base on the pass ball.
Well, she was coming around 3rd like she wanted to just keep on trucking, didn't she?
Well, earlier in the game, she got about halfway down the line and tried to bait a throw. So that could exactly been what she was trying to do yet again.
Yeah, we've seen aggressive base running by the Redskins.
3-0 the count. And the 3-0 pitch from Foster. And that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Foster. That's going to bring up Kylie Raber for the Lady Redskins.
And Brown just takes off the second.
Completely took it. 2nd and 3rd with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Stepping in is going to be Kylie Raber. And the first pitch from Foster is high, ball 1. Gamble at 3rd, Brown at 2nd. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Coshocton looking to extend their lead even further here, up 6-0 in the 7th. As that one's fouled back. And our count is even at 1-1.
That one got a card.
I hope it wasn't mine. I have insurance, though, so I'm okay.
Yeah, no, that's not your car. That was right behind the dugout. That's not that little. What do you call your car? Does it have a name?
It's a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, but does it have a name?
No, it don't.
It doesn't have a name.
No.
Like.
Nope.
You have to give it a name.
And the 1-1 pitch is fouled back. One, 2 the count. Infield playing normal depth, same with the outfield. Foster on the rubber and delivers the pitch. That's going to be grounded to short. Dobson handles it. 1 run will score, but they do get the out, and the throw over to third is not in time. Great base running there by the Lady Redskins. Being able to score the run and be able to advance another.
So 4th run to cross the plate here in the inning.
And that's going to bring up Sage Taylor for the Lady Redskins.
Yeah, great base running by Brown to get over to third.
Foster on the rubber. Delivers. That is swung on a miss for strike 1. And I do believe our scoreboard is wrong here on the field. I believe it is 7-0 as that run just scored in that last play.
I got 7 in my book. You got 7.
As that is in for strike 2.
6 on the board, 7 in the book.
Exactly. Glad I bought this thing yesterday.
You went shopping just for this.
I did. And the 0-2 pitch. Just low. 1-2 the count.
See, now you're one of the cool kids. You got your own scorebook and you're not a coach.
If I need to keep book for any Little League games, I can do so with the book that I just bought yesterday.
That just means you got to come back and do another one, Bryce. Got to come back and do another game.
Yeah, I'm totally in for that. And that 1-2 pitch is going to be fouled down the third base line.
Yeah, we had a kind of a quiet week with live streaming sports, and so the other night I was like, man, what? We ought to just come out here to Riverview and do this game. It being a rivalry contest between Coshocton and Riverview. I'm glad you were able to come out and get the rest of the crew out here to do the game.
And that 1-2 pitch is in there, called strike number 3.
Good battle by Foster to come back and get the out.
But a big inning here for Coshocton as they score 3 on the inning to extend their lead to 7-0. We're going to go to the bottom half of the 7th. It's do or die time now for the Black Bears. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports. We are back to Riverview High School. Still waiting Coshocton to take the field here for the bottom of the 7th inning. So, hey, it's not Abby's fault. I told her to run one at, so she ran one at. We've been moving. So.
We have. This has been a quick game.
About each inning, each pitcher's taken about 1 or 2 warm-ups, and then they've been ready to roll.
Bragging on our officials that they have kept this game going.
Not very many 7-inning games you see the bottom of the 7th starting at 20 till 7, so we'll take that. Usually it's about 7:15 probably. So
I felt for you the other night when we were up there. We were streaming the Highland and Central Christian game for WKLM.
It took us about an hour to get through 2 innings of play.
You and Drew Boy drew the short straw.
Yep, we did.
And I went up to cover that game with Frank Salona for WKLM.
Trying to beat a thunderstorm on the way there, too.
I sat down on the couch at about 7:15, and I pulled out my phone and looked at YouTube. And, you guys are still doing that game.
Yep.
And this is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Yep. And I know you start your pregame show at 4:30. And I'm like, my goodness, this game's going forever. It was like a 17-2. 17-2 game.
As Foster swings and misses for strike 2. Or fouls it back for strike 2, my apologies.
Highland got the win. I was like, oh, poor Bryce and Drew.
Yep.
You guys had you had an hour's drive back to Coshocton from Kidron.
I got home at around 9 o'clock that night.
Yeah, you.
And the 0-2 pitch is swung on a miss. That is strike number 3, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, so I was glad it was you and not me. I was glad it was you and Drew. Now I heard that Drew slept all the way up through the game. Did he sleep on the way home?
No.
No, he was awake.
No, we talked some basketball on the way back, so it was okay.
Well, Drew can talk basketball all day. Well, and if you need, a lot of times when we're traveling, if you ride with Drew and you talk NBA basketball, he will keep you awake.
That's exactly what
he loves talking NBA.
as Turner swings and misses.
Loves it.
1-1 count.
He was a Cavs fan, still a Cavs fan.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to have a good co-pilot in the car coming back on those late night drives to keep you awake.
Gamble delivers. That is in there for strike number 2. Turner courtesy ran multiple times earlier in the game. Coming in for Hall, who pitched a great game. Gamble on the rubber. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 3. 2 outs here for the Lady Black Bears. They're down to their last chance here to see if they can get a runner on and possibly runs in.
We'll play like one ad maybe. Yeah, 1 or 2.
And here's Riley Lechner as she grounds one to second base. Throw over to first, and that's the ball game. And Coshocton stays hot here. Casey, they improved to 5-2 overall.
I guess 5 in a row.
And won 5 in a row, exactly. With our final score, Coshocton 7, Riverview 0. We'll come back right after this to wrap it up. You're watching high school softball with Claxon Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Gneaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Gneaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Welcome back one last time to Riverview High School. The Coshocton Lady Redskins win their 5th game in a row, improved to 5-2 as they defeat the Riverview Lady Bears by a score of 7-0. But big win for the Lady Redskins, Bryce.
And really, the way that they've been playing here, I looked at a couple of their games on Max Preps before I got here today. They're winning games, but they're not just winning games. They're winning by big margins. They've had multiple games this year where they're winning by about 5 or 6 runs. And really, it comes, especially today, from Gamble. She pitched almost a perfect game. Only gave up about 3 hits, not a single run. Hit 1 or 2 batters, but then she did at the plate as well. She drove in 2 or 3 runs, had 2 or 3 hits. I know she had 2 doubles.
Yeah, Gamble with 2 RBI, 2 doubles. And then another one that you put a star by is the other Gamble. Because she had hitting from the number 9 spot, had a double and a triple, scored 2 runs, and also had an RBI.
Yeah.
So the Gamble gals,
yep.
they really were putting on a show today. But I tell you, the Redskins with a nice quality win. But got to credit Riverview. They battled. Just had 1 hit through the first 5 innings, and then got a couple of runners on base in the 6th, and just couldn't get them across. But they've got more softball to play. But great game here today. Good to have everybody join us.
Yeah, and I think for Riverview, that's just a testament to their coaching. They have the coaching staff where I remember I listened to a video that our good friend Natalie Holbrook did before the season started. Coach Infante said our goal was just to get 1% better each time. And I think, honestly, as the game went on, their at-bats got better. Sure, balls have dropped in the field, but that's the game that you play. And really, it's just about staying the course. It's still early in the year, and they have a long time until tournaments start.
And that's the thing about baseball and softball. It is not a sprint.
Exactly.
It is a marathon. You just got to keep battling every day. But a great game by both teams, and congratulations to the Lady Redskins.
100%. And really, it's just great to come out here for 2 county teams. I know we'll be covering Ridgewood and Newcomerstown baseball tomorrow, but what a great way to just get things going for the weekend by coming out here on a Thursday for some county softball.
Yeah, so great win for the Redskins, and good luck to both of these teams as they can continue down the trail. Bryce, anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's about it, and we just want to say thank you to our producer Abby Jones and our cameraman out there on the first base side, Andrew Dunlap. They always do a great job.
Be sure to check out Claxon Sports on Facebook. Natalie Holbrook will have a post-game interview with some of the Redskins possibly, and then definitely some pictures and a photo gallery tomorrow. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Riverview High School. For Bryce Hains, I'm Casey Claxon repeating the final score. It was Riverview falling to Coshocton. The Redskins win it 7-0. Have a good night, everyone.